Welcome to Doyle's Opticians. Are you here for a routine checkup?
No, we're here to make a video about escape rooms.
Well, you've come to the right place. Follow me this way.
Have you ever wondered how escape rooms are made? And who the masterminds are behind them? Meet Nick, designer, expert, and all-round fanatic.
I have played so many escape rooms, I have long ago lost count.
In fact, we're in one of his escape rooms right now.
It's like a coffin. Oh, it is.
While we struggle to get out of here, Nick has a riddle for you to solve.
I have many keys and fewer locks. I have no rooms, but I have space. You can always enter or escape. What am I?
Keep watching to see if you got it right.
Escape rooms are not Saw. You're not going to get tortured, you're not going to get trapped in cages, there's going to be no blood, there's going to be no creepy dolls asking you to play a game with little spirals drawn on their faces.
Coming up, we learn how to hide clues like an expert. But first, did you know that escape rooms only appeared in the late noughties, even though they're found in almost every major town and city today?
When escape rooms first emerged, they were really an assemblage of locks and keys and padlocks in a disused office space. Was there any scenic attention to detail? Absolutely not. But by the end, you had an experience in which you were like, I've never really done anything like this before. I came along really at the end of that wave where people were saying, this is a great format, but how do we do it better? So taking the sort of tricks of the trade of theatre and immersive theatre and smashing into escape rooms and producing something that no one ever really done.
Escape rooms aren't just about the epic sets. Their games mimic real life.
Society is rife with puzzles and games, and that's one thing you're taught. You're taught to play and invent and create constantly. And escape rooms are a vehicle for doing that in a live setting with other people as your toys. People learn through play. They're not just passive participants. They're the heroes in their own adventure. So you always start off as a fish out of water.
I'm confused.
Because you quite literally have no idea what's going on. But over the course of an escape room, you become the masters of it because you just keep on winning.
So what happens in your brain when you solve a puzzle? It triggers the release of the happy chemical, dopamine, enhancing your mood and sense of accomplishment. This generates what's known as a positive feedback loop.
It's desire, obstacle, solution, and then presents itself again. And that loop pulls them through the game. There are very few places in real life where there's someone being like, look, hey, I really want you to have a big win today. And that's what an escape room is. A great escape room is a big win for you, emotionally, physically. So they are, in many ways, that sort of classical paradigm 3-act structure. You become the hero. You don't start off Indiana Jones, but you sure as hell end up Indiana Jones.
I hope you haven't forgotten about the riddle.
I have many keys and fewer locks. I have no rooms, but I have space. You can always enter or escape. What am I?
Nick, give us a clue.
I'm always at your fingertips. The most common misconception is that escape rooms are a test of intelligence. They are absolutely not. There is only one thing an escape room tests. It's not intelligence, it is communication. That's all it is. An escape room is a test of spreading the knowledge around the team. Because you and your friends might have seen these symbols on this wall, and your other friends might have seen these other symbols on that wall. And all that happens is you have to put them together and you know the solution. The teams that win are the teams that talk. A silent team will never win, unless you've got some sort of telepathy thing going on, which good luck to you, you don't need escape rooms.
Nick's designed escape rooms of all shapes and sizes, including the world's first escape room to cost £1 million to build.
At the time that we started Time Run, I would say an expensive escape room was about £25,000. And people would say, wow, that is pricey.
Nick's escape rooms are brought to life in a workshop in Kent, and the designers have a few tricks for hiding clues.
Carving it into a rock, we could hide it within the wallpaper, we can design it into the CNC file so it's carved within a cabinet.
We did a room that was a Sherlock theme room, and there was blood spatters all over the wall. If you stood on a certain spot and looked in a direction, those splatters then became numbers, which were the combination to a clue. A lot of these things that we're creating and designing and making have never been made before, so we have to completely reinvent some elements of stuff just to try and get it within the world every detail matters, because someone might look at one word and get fixated on it, and they'll spend 20 minutes on that one word to try and figure out what it means. Ooh. And you could have just put it in there by accident.
But you won't see Nick falling for any red herrings.
Well, I've played about 300 escape rooms. Whenever I go to a new place, I always look to see what escape rooms are highly rated, what all the bloggers say about this particular escape room location. There's a huge enthusiast community who are absolutely passionate about the format, and they fly all over the world, and they play games, and they rate them, and they put them in very detailed spreadsheets. And they've even formed these awards, which are called the Topeka Awards.
Welcome to the 2023 Topeka Award Show.
It's the Top Escape Room Players' Choice Awards. First time I've ever remembered that. I'm very impressed with myself.
In 2021, Nick brought the workshop his biggest idea yet. An escape room that's an entire town.
The goal really was to make this persistent world of adventure that you can come back to over and over, no matter who you are, and always get something new. So really taking that sort of linear escape room experience and busting the walls out and trying to do something completely different.
We all travelled to a film set in Spain, which was a Western. So you'll see a lot of the design ideas have come with the style of the buildings and like the colourways that have been used and things like that.
Every 3 months or so we go and we change all the scenery, all of the stories have changed. It's not just something that we build it and then walk away from it and never see it again.
The way it's been described before is like a TV show. It's the same characters going from one season to the next, but their stories have evolved in between. So yeah, it's just nice to see where the characters are going to go next.
It's time to reveal the riddle. Do you need a really quick reminder? I have many keys and fewer locks. I have no rooms, but I have space. You can always enter or escape. What am I? Phew. So Nick, what's the answer?
Keyboard is the answer.
If you got it right, did you feel that dopamine hit?
What's going to happen over the years is that you see things like Phantom Peak, which are sort of immersive theatre / escape room hybrids, dining experiences with escape room elements, all these things, because escape rooms are a format that ultimately are about discovery, puzzles and games, but they aren't about people being locked in a room. You can have an escape room in a forest. You can have escape rooms anywhere. I really want to build an escape room underwater, and no one wants to fund it, and I don't really know why. And my idea of building an escape room in space also hasn't got off the ground. You know, terra firma is so boring.
Nick has some ideas that aren't always feasible, but whatever Nick comes up with, we would make it work.
I'm sure at some point in the future it will be possible to make an underwater escape room, and it would be very cool to be a part of it.
When we were in the escape room world, you're in the memory creation business. People don't go back and load their saves of a favourite part of a video game or go and replay it. Escape rooms mostly have a very low repeat rate, but it is a moment in time that's kind of ephemeral that you have and you can share with people, and no one else can take that away with you.
After an embarrassing 55 minutes and 24 seconds, we finally got our own dopamine hit.
When people come out and there's that sense of joy in their face and you see them being like, yes, I spent my hard-earned money on that and I had a lovely time, that is the ultimate reward.
Thanks, Nick. Victory tastes sweet.